Back to weather now. Mary and I were just looking over some numbers, which is what we do around here for fun. Just stare at numbers all day. That's what we do. But they do tell an interesting story. April, normally we're in a much better shape as far as moisture than we are right now, and we only got a couple of days left.
Yes, right. And you know, March is usually our snowiest month.
Right.
It
was okay.
Yeah, it was underperformed just a bit. But those numbers, as you mentioned, we should be about 1.25 inches in terms of precipitation, liquid precipitation, which if that were snow, it would be closer to 8-9 inches, right? But we've only had about a 10/100ths of an inch. So
pretty far off.
Yeah, pretty far off. But that is at the airport. That measurement is taking at the airport. So that doesn't really count for western El Paso County or areas that got quite a bit of snow over the weekend time frame. So you kind of have to take that a little bit with a grain of salt, if you want to kind of put it that way. We've got a camera shaking around just a bit here in the Sangre de Cristos. A bit of a breezy sky across the Sangres. And notice that the breezes are coming in from the south and west as a result of a nice little subtropical flow here across parts of Southern California, areas back into South Pacific. You'll notice, or Eastern Pacific rather, that we've got more of that moisture coming in. It's kind of helping to increase our winds just a bit. Embedded in this flow is a weak little disturbance that will help to give us a chance for a few little isolated showers and storms tomorrow, and also keep our above average temperature trend going for Wednesday. So still expect those partly cloudy skies tomorrow. Temperatures will be a good 6 to 7 degrees warmer though. So you might sweat a little bit depending on how sensitive you are to the heat for tomorrow. And then Thursday, it gets a little breezier, 20-30 mile an hour gust as a result of this system coming in to the Pacific Northwest, this low pressure center, and that's going to help to keep those winds a little bit elevated on Thursday. So let's take you through this. Satellite and radar shows that moisture coming in from parts of St. George, Utah and Southern California. And that is going to help to contribute to a few little isolated showers and thunderstorms for us tomorrow, mainly across parts of the eastern plains. Notice how we have thunderstorms listed here. That goes for areas depicted in light green. That means your general run-of-the-mill showers and storms, a couple little lightning strikes, little embedded rumble of thunder, and that's about it. As these storms progress across Los Animas County, Springfield, Lamar, they're going to become a bit stronger. So we could have a couple little isolated severe thunderstorm warnings tomorrow afternoon, maybe encompassing a little bit of hail and some gusty outflow winds, but kind of on a marginal risk of severe weather. Not very high, but kind of right there in the middle. Notice Wednesday morning, here we are. We've got that piece of energy or that disturbance sliding in from the southwest that you were just looking at there on satellite. That will start to contribute to a few little isolated showers and storms for the high country early tomorrow morning. And then as those storms slide east of I-25, they're going to tap into some daytime heating. So after about noon for Pueblo County, parts of La Junta, Rocky Ford, the Palmer Divide, we'll have to start to have a couple little showers and storms ongoing across the eastern plains. We'll have to watch some of these storms becoming a bit strong to severe, producing some gusty outflow winds in excess of 58 miles per hour. That is really the primary concern. But notice we're going to call that isolated tomorrow, so don't expect everywhere to pick up measurable precipitation for tomorrow afternoon. Then after 7 p.m., as we lose that daytime heating, these storms collapse, they fall apart, and of course we look for clear skies overnight Wednesday into Thursday. That is really the only action we're going to see this week in terms of precipitation. Temperatures will be unseasonably warm though, 60s and 70s for the Pikes Peak region, 76 in Colorado Springs and 72 in Falcon, 78 in Fountain and Fort Carson. So it's going to be very warm there in southern El Paso County for Wednesday. Temperatures near 80 degrees in Canyon City and the Wet Mountain Valley in the 60s with a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms well into the late morning and early afternoon hours for the southeastern plains as well as highs climb into the 80s. It is going to be a bit breezier on Thursday, as we talked about before. High fire danger staying a top concern in the forecast and temperatures into the upper 60s. Then a weak cold front slides across the state on Friday. Notice our temperatures go back down into the 50s, but it will not come with much in the way of measurable precipitation. It will just give us a reinforcing shot of cooler air as we move through the upcoming weekend, kind of keeping our temperatures closer to seasonal, back down into the mid to low 70s for places like Pueblo. Until then, it's the 80s for the next couple of days. Best chance for moisture after 2 p.m. in Pueblo County on Wednesday. Same here for Canyon City. Notice Colorado Springs, a little warmer tomorrow, a bit of a gusty wind after 2 p.m., and then very warm Thursday, slightly cooler on Friday. Back to you guys. All right.